continue. Thank you for your phone calls. And remember, we'd love to say hi to you. Hey, just a quick programming note, because we've got a lot of new shoppers this weekend. I do have one of the last shows with Lancome coming up next hour. So all of our Lancome ladies, we would love to meet and greet you. This is actually one of the things that Debbie called about in Utah. And she was so sweet. Boy, she's like, oh, and I've got that mattress pad. Once we get you inspired by Concierge Collection, and of course, Ellen Bunner, who we all know and love here at HSN, then you're ours forever, I'm just gonna say. But your eyes are not deceiving you, especially if you're a new customer here at HSN. This is 100% Turkish cotton, okay? That's kind of a drop the mic moment. But what's really bizarre, yes, the price is outrageous, especially if you have done some comparison shopping. In the same price category that you would expect what I call the disposable washcloths and the haul or the wall of towels, etc., you're getting pretty much as close to a lifetime towel as you can, but more than one. It is a 12-pack. And so not only is the price something we never ever do, you have fashion colors that you just don't find elsewhere. And number two, you're getting more, kind of more to shop, more to love. You know? For sure. More to love. 4 washcloth, 4 hand, 4 bath towels. All you have to do is to pick your color of choice. And Daryl, it sounds like that plum is the first to go. We have 80 of the plum, okay? And we have 100 only of the rose. And fewer than 200 of that blue. Hey, in addition to that price cut, we're also honoring free shipping. So boy, oh boy, if there was ever a time to grab it or to put your toe in the water or get more than one, you're looking at less than a $20 bill to get this at home. And that is only for this show. It is Ellen's last show of the visit. So my dear, would you like to start with the story of Turkish cotton, or you want to take everybody on a tour of colors?
Let's look at colors real quick.
Sounds good.
And then let's talk Turkish cotton. Perfect. Because it's so important. I want you to know what you're getting here. And I love what Debbie said. She said she loved it so much. It makes a huge difference.
It's true.
You saw that plum. That might be your last look at it. So if you're thinking about that deep plum, grab that while you still can. It's a beautiful color.
Gorgeous
One
color.
thing when we talk about Turkish cotton is it's super absorbent. And you can see it with these colors. Look how rich and vivid they are.
Saturated.
Beautiful.
Really dense.
Behind that is your white.
Yeah.
Great color. Great gift choice,
it
right?
Is.
The
okay.
beautiful white Turkish cotton towels.
Yep.
Next to that is ivory. It's very rare that we get both of those at one time.
So there's your ivory.
Creamy ivory.
There's your white. Okay.
Really pretty. In front of that, we have the tan.
Thank you. I was just going to grab that so they can see.
That's a great trio. I love that. If you're getting a few sets, I love mixing and matching. I think it's so individualized. You can really put your personal spin on it.
But you know, you really want to make your home feel like a spa. Oh my gosh. You do this.
It's an instant upgrade. It really makes such a difference.
Oh, I love that. Okay,
I think one of my favorite colors tonight is this rose color.
Is really
I've been in a pink mood today. You can see this is that beautiful shade. It's very saturated and pretty. Imagine it with gray. It's a nice color combination. And then of course we have our vibrant blues over here. We have the teal and the blue. And you could mix and match these. It's very coastal, very sea glass in nature.
It is.
Turkish cotton. Wow.
Yeah, because I think until you educated me, it's so funny. I just thought, oh, it's just a reason to charge people more money, right? Isn't it true? You think that?
You think that, but it's really, there's just a lot to it.
So Turkish cotton, first of all, you can't call something Turkish cotton unless it's Turkish cotton.
Exactly.
But why do I want it?
Why do you want it? Because Turkish cotton gives you that longer staple cotton yarn. And what that means is that, first of all, it's gonna last longer because it's longer, right?
Yeah,
it's softer in nature.
Right.
So it's more durable, it's softer, and it's more absorbent. And we actually give you ring spun construction on top of that. So what that does is it gives you even softer feel to the cotton, to those long staple yarns. It's more durable, it's more thirsty, really important in a towel. But here's the kicker and why we love it in a towel. It's quick drying.
Right.
So now, Egyptian is little fun sister Egyptian.
Right.
Egyptian cotton that we love Egyptian, right?
And in sheets though,
in sheets we love Egyptian. Turkish we tend to go to in towel because of that quick release of moisture.
Gotcha. Yeah, especially if you live in very warm or humid climates like Florida, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, you want that. You want something that's obviously gonna dry you quickly, but you also want something that's gonna release that moisture.
Right.
And that's relative to not having a really heavy laundry basket when you're doing laundry. and or having to put the dryer through 2 cycles.
Oh my
because
gosh.
It's not, how many times have you done that? Actually, that's what I do right now, because I do not have Turkish cotton. I don't.
Right.
And even my producer, Gerald, he's like, geez, this is really a good price.
It is a good price, because Turkish cotton, you usually buy by the towel.
Sure you do.
These come out to a little under $7 per towel. I mean, you could spend $40 for 1 Turkish cotton towels. They're really in exclusive places. You don't see them in a lot of retailers. They're usually in catalogs. Remember, these are grown and harvested in Turkey. So it's the real deal. And so many quality, so many high-end luxury things that you see are either too expensive that you know you're never gonna buy them, or it's just something that's on your wish list. This is something you use every day. So you're gonna benefit the most from a towel. I always say it's your most intimate linen. And you're seeing why I love these towels. The density, notice there in those shots, look at all those cotton loops. Remember, those are all ring spun. You don't see the base of the towel. And I wanna talk about the weight and the density of these. You know, when you're talking towels, we measure it by weight per dozen. And these are actually 17 pounds per dozen. That's a high-end weight, but it's not too heavy. So it's actually measuring the amount of cotton, the amount of Turkish cotton that's in these towels. So you're gonna have a towel that's substantial but not too heavy. The worst thing to me is grabbing that towel in the morning and it's still damp if you're reusing it from the day before. These are gonna have that quick drying capability so that they release all that moisture.
And they're pretty at the same time.
And they're thirsty.
And they're thirsty.
Really thirsty.
It's the best of all worlds. Remember, this is your final opportunity to grab them, not only for a significant price cut, but with free shipping, even if you choose to do multiples, which a lot of us are doing tonight, because if you're like me, and I do a lot of shows with Ellen, I could easily count, well, at least for me, this is the first time I've had Turkish cotton with you this year. So typically, Turkish cotton, we could count on
times a year.
I was gonna say, maybe 1 or 2. And when we do Turkish cotton, generally speaking, it's a 6-piece set. So this is almost not only a best price, it's almost double what we usually see in the Turkish cotton category, even here at HSN. And then with this sumptuous, fun, beautiful palette, you can really shop your little heart out and get something that makes you smile, especially for something that, A, you're gonna use your towels every day. Life is too short to have crummy towels. And you're really not doing your skin a disservice if you're using cheap towels, because those can actually get scratchy and abrasive against your skin. And when I say you spend a lot of money on your skincare, don't let your towel kind of erode all the good things you're doing for your skin.
That's such a great point. And when you look at this set, I love that we're giving you 4 pieces in each size. So your bath towel, that's so key, because those are usually so expensive. It's 30 by 54 inches. So it's longer and wider than your standard, which is 27 by 52. The hand towel is oversized with that 16 by 26 measurement. You're gonna get 4 of those too. And that's really important, because you think about how often you wash your hand towels. It's like a germ magnet, right?
It is.
And then of course you've got the washcloths. And we were talking about how important a washcloth is, because this is what you're using to take your makeup off. Remember, not only is Turkish cotton a lot softer, but it's also really thirsty and absorbent. So it's really important. You're putting this against your skin. There's no better investment in your home, I think, than sheets and towels, because they're very intimate. You know, and you know, they say with towels you should replace them every couple years.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't realize that.
But I think with Turkish, I know with Turkish, you can keep it longer because the quality's there. Look, I mean, just look at the construction on the way that these are bound, the way that they're finished. They're beautifully, even the dobby, the decorative dobby, we actually pre-washed all the yarns on those so that it doesn't shrink up.
It's the devil's in the details when it comes to towels, and these are things that we don't ordinarily think of. You probably never thought that Turkish cotton would be within the realm of your budget either, but when you really think about the mechanics of $7 a towel, I think we all pay that for just the basic run-of-the-mill, get her done towel. I got to get new washcloths. I got to get a new bath towel. So if you want that plum, we're looking at the last 50. Probably fewer than 100 on the rose now too, Daryl. So fewer than 100 on the rose, and then on the blue, we're looking at fewer than 200. So you really cannot make a bad mistake here. You can't.
The colors are fun in this. They're vivid. I'm gonna show you the sizing. My little sad towel that used to be pink, you know. I always say with towels.
That is sad.
Oh gosh, you can see this one's a little shrunken here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You can see how much bigger our towels are, but It's the feel of the towels.
Sure it is.
And if you have a towel that you grab
really
in the
good.
morning and it's got like a coating on it,
Yeah.
right? I think that's more than anything. You know, of course, there's always staining or fraying with towels that happens, but that coating's actually from fabric softener. And a lot of people don't realize that you're not supposed to use a fabric softener on your towels. They actually cut down on the absorbency. So if you get these home, skip the fabric softener. You'll have these for many, many years.
You will.
They are investment quality towels. And I'm going to echo what Debbie said earlier, because Shannon, we got to get you some of these, because I never thought there was a difference until I got my first set of white Turkish cotton towels.
Right.
It's amazing.
Well,
They're
so funny.
soft and absorbent.
I have a love-hate relationship with my towels right now. I really do. I know I mentioned it last hour, but I am really weird about feeling any residual moisture from the day before. So legitimately, I'm probably washing towels every other day because I do not use, I won't reuse a towel. And frankly, that's a little wasteful from an ecological standpoint. You don't want to be using more water than you need to. And it sure would save a lot of work on my end. And the towels that I have right now, and it's not that they're bad towels per se, but they're pretty heavy when I launder them. They obviously don't release that moisture after I dry them. Most of the ones that I have are so doggone heavy, I can't wrap them around my head and then balance. I feel like I'm gonna tip over.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is you probably spent a lot on those.
You bet I did.
Because when you get the heavy towels, you think, wow, these are gonna be so great and so thirsty. And what happens is that they're heavy.
They're heavy.
They don't dry as fast. You know, Turkish cotton, it's rare that we get it. It's a big deal. If you've ever gone out shopping and you look for the highest grade of towels, it's going to be Turkish. I want to show you colors again because I'm really excited about this palette. And one thing in terms of thirstiness is you can see how it really soaks in the dyes. So if you're looking for a neutral, we have the white and the ivory, we have that beautiful soft gray, and we have the tan. And then in terms of color, the blue, that plum, the rose, and the teal. And these are so vivid, they're so pretty. And you know, I always talk about how towels are like jewelry for your bathroom. You know, if you don't want to paint a room, change your bedding or change your towels. And this is a great way to infuse new color and new life into your bathroom. But this is a great day for you to upgrade. And this is one of those life upgrades that's not going to cost you a fortune.
Yeah,
it's not.
True.
It's really inexpensive. And like you said, you're probably spending $7 on a towel anyway.
You are. And that's what I consider in the disposable category to a degree. So plum, virtually gone. Rose, right after that with fewer than 100. Blue is not long for the road either, with now fewer than 200. It's a really pretty blue. And certainly I realize Valentine's Day is around the corner, but men appreciate towels. It's so funny because when Ellen and I do luxury sheets here, and we've got a fantastic cotton, really kind of an organic concept in cotton sheets coming up in this show, men appreciate the creature comforts, maybe even more so than we do, because ladies will parade around in a pair of stiletto heels. we will take fashion over comfort sometimes. The guys, not so much. And he, trust me, will probably appreciate these towels, maybe even more so than you will. And then at the same time, they're pretty too. So his and hers get those two different colors, and then nobody's fighting over, hey, that's my towel, or the one good towel in the house, right?
It's really nice when you get these home and you start washing them and you just keep pulling towel after towel. Remember, you've got 4 of each size.
You do.
It always makes me sad when someone talks about their favorite towel and they got one good towel. Don't have just one good towel when you have 12 good towels.
No kidding.
12 good towels that you could really stock your linen closet. These are bigger than your average towel. They are beautifully made. And you know, if you don't get excited about your towel, it's time for you to try Turkish cotton. Believe it or not, you can actually get excited about a towel.
Well, if you heard Debbie, I mean, she was thrilled. She already has them. And she's like, oh, I saw this. I had to get it. And boy, oh boy, if you want to make some big time brownie points, give them a set of towels. And because you're getting so many, now remember, it's 4, 4, and 4, which is about double, pretty close to double what we would ordinarily do.
Especially on Turkish.
Especially on Turkish. So you could legitimately split it up into 4 gifts, you know, one per piece, and everybody's happy, because once they see that label of 100% Turkish cotton, they will automatically assume that you spent, well, obviously a lot more than you're spending here.
I wish we had a retail compare.
I do too. That's the first thing I asked Ellen before we went on the air, and it's because of course we have very strict legal guidelines here at HSN, as we should, but sometimes when the retail compare is so outrageously larger than the selling price, you may or may not see them. And, you know, just, of course, we always take an average of prices that you'll see out there. And, you know, you're smart shoppers. And if you are channel surfing, first of all, welcome to HSN. But you might even be scratching your head and saying, gosh, when is the last time I saw Turkish cotton? There's a very good chance, depending on where you do your towel shopping, you may not have even seen them, or certainly not in fashion colors.
No, I usually see it in catalogs that I get in the mail. Occasionally, if you go in a department store, they will have them. They're sold per piece. And so when you start doing the math, and it was funny, when Shannon was counting these out earlier, I was starting to get a little,
I know.
So I was like, oh my gosh, if you've ever done that, if you've ever put towels in your basket or in your cart, and then you've gotten to the register, and you're paying by the piece, you know, you're definitely not gonna pay the same for a bath towel as you are for a washcloth.
True.
And I love that these are a value even on the washcloth.
They are.
And it's so important, you know, it's those things you underestimate, but a washcloth like you mentioned, your washcloth's really important because you're putting it on your face. And we spend a lot of money, on products for our skin. You don't want to negate it with a bad, inexpensive, scratchy washcloth.
No,
so you're getting 4 of those. They're beautifully bound. 4 of the hand towels. And as I mentioned, the hand towels, one of the things that should get washed in your house the most, you know, with flu season, like you want to change these out often, wash them a lot. You're getting 4, and then of course 4 of the bath. Like you said, you could even split these into a couple baths.
So think of it this way. All right, so you give everybody, you have several people where you give a set. That's a $20 gift.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So if it's a graduation, $20 to give them a set of Turkish cotton. $20 for an anniversary, $20 for that housewarming, $20. You get where I'm going with this. You get a $20 gift card, and depending on where you're shopping, even the sandwich shop as an example, or the coffee shop, you can't really get a lot for $20 in the big scheme of things. You give them even one of each, one of the wash, one of the hand, one of the bath. I mean, why not? You're looking like a hero.
Yes.
I mean, you really are.
Well, and you look like you know.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What luxury is all about. And you know, Turkish, it's not just a brand.
No, it's so true.
It's actually where it's grown, where it's harvested, and it actually has to do with the quality of the fiber itself. It's so important in a towel, not only important in the feel of it, but the durability, and most importantly, the absorbency.
The absorbency.
That's a huge one.
And I'll tell you what, if you don't know what to get to graduation, if Jeannie Backman is watching, I still remember, okay, graduation from high school for me, let's just say, was a while ago.
Oh my gosh, I've got one of those coming up. My son
do you
is
really?
Yes, yes.
But you know what's so funny about that? Mom, I don't mean to be insulting. I probably couldn't tell you what my mom and dad got me for my graduation, but I'll never forget Jeannie Backman. She and Faye was a classmate. They got me towels. And do you know, I hung onto those towels, I mean, long after, because nobody else got me towels. And I thought, what a great gift, because I needed them, And it's obviously stuck with me. It was the kind of thing that even my mom, you know, we didn't think, get her towels, right? It's something, it's an afterthought for a lot of us. And it was just the most thoughtful gift. It was one of the longest running gifts. Obviously, it made an impression if I'm still remembering.
That is amazing.
Countless years later. And one of the things that they did for me, which I thought was really sweet, and you could do it with this as well, is they actually had them monogrammed for me. Like a little embroidery. So you could do that. You wouldn't have to even do it on the whole set, you know, just on 1 or 2 of them. And certainly that's an afterthought. But I just remember, if you really, and believe you me, I am not an easy person to shop for. So if it has even made an impression so many decades past, the guys will appreciate this, the girls will appreciate this, the hard to shop for people will appreciate this, your hubby will appreciate this, and sadly, if you wanted the plum has left the building.
It's gone. I bet the rose is going to be next.
Yep, the rose will be next.
Don't miss these beautiful colors. This is a rarity. It's exciting to me because I know how great these are.
Yeah.
And I want you to get them home and experience it. And remember, that's the beauty in HSN is you really can get these home and try it. If you've played around and bought towels and replaced towels, if you're in that rut right now where you just go buy a towel, you don't think very much about it, and then you end up having to replace it in a year or 6 months, this is going to be a towel that lasts, that you'll love the softness. You'll want to rotate these. You'll want to launder these without fabric softener because these are going to become your favorite towels. And you won't have just one. You're going to have 12 to choose from. And you're not breaking the bank. It's one of those little life indulgences, little luxury things that you can do for yourself or someone that you love that's really going to make a big impact because towels, not only your most intimate linen, but your most laundered linen in your home. most important, it's kind of like we talk about those things you use every day. I always think about Bill Green. He talks about your silverware. There's things you use and you take for granted. Your towels can make a huge difference.
They absolutely
in how
will.
your day goes.
For sure. Well, I mean, I know it sounds funny, but it's really true.
It's true, right?
I mean, why else do we all have that one favorite towel
that we go to, right?
That we go to. So these will be your go-to towels. They are such a thoughtful gift. They really are.
Well, and this time of year, I've been decluttering, I've been cleaning out. When you get in a linen closet, especially if it's your guest closet,
oh boy,
you haven't looked in there. It's amazing what you found. You saw my pink towel I found. It wasn't pink anymore. Imagine opening your linen closet and you're fully stocked with the highest quality towels.
It's amazing.
That are available, and they're yours, and you can use them on a day-to-day basis.
For sure, and you're spending less than $7 a piece, which is
crazy
really
to say, isn't it?
Nuts. And don't forget that free shipping as well. So obviously tonight's the night to do it. Best pricing ever. It's something that we really just don't do. And even when we do it, we don't do it in this price category or of this quantity. Phyllis in Nevada got that rose. Hi there, Phyllis. Welcome to HSN.
Hi, thank you so much. I was so excited when I saw that these were 100% Turkish cotton because I've never had that before.
Wow.
And I thought, I've got to get these. I absolutely have to get these. And I did choose the rose, and it's just going to be stunning in my bathroom.
For sure. You know, Phyllis, I think you're like a lot of us. I don't have Turkish cotton. And are you surprised what we're doing for the price on really what is considered the industry best in standard?
Absolutely. I couldn't believe the price and free shipping on top of it. I thought, I've got to do this. Definitely.
Good for you.
Good for you, Phyllis. You deserve that.
Yes.
And I love your color choice.
Oh yes, I've never seen that color anywhere.
I know.
It's pretty, right?
So pretty.
It's just beautiful.
It is.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well, Phyllis, we're delighted that you're treating yourself. Thank you so much for taking time out of your night to say hi to us. And boy, every day when you wrap yourself in comfort, you'll have to think of us.
Yeah.
I definitely will. Thank you. Have a great evening.
You too.
Thanks,
Thank you, Phyllis. But thank you, Phyllis. Bye-bye. And this is one of life's little luxuries. You know, we keep saying life is too short to have crummy towels. It really is. And I think Phyllis is like a lot of us. And if that's you too, I don't have Turkish cotton. And if you don't either, well, hey, this becomes pretty hard to say no to.
It does when you think about how much you spend for just your run-of-the-mill average towel. And there's a lot of blends out there. There's a lot of towels that have a touch or a hint of Turkish or Egyptian cotton. This is 100% Turkish. Again, it's known for its absorbency. It's known for its softness, its durability, but it's also known for its quick drying capability. So that keeps your towel fresher. It's going to dry a little faster. You'll love that it doesn't hold the moisture, and you'll love the way these take colors. And it's easy to see. In fact, I want to grab that plum out of there because it is gone.
The plum is gone. So not to make anybody too crazy, but actually, since I'm removing it, I'll do it this way because we have to get it off the set.
Right?
So it's not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 of the washcloth. It's not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 of the hand towels.
I'll grab those from
Thank you. And then it's not, I know, look at them. Oh, these feel so good. And it's not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4. I tell you, you guys are hitting the jackpot tonight.
Well, and
you really are.
This is what I was talking about when you get these home and you start doing the laundry and you start putting them in your washer and you're filling your washer and dryer with all of these amazing towels.
You are. I'll take this away in just a moment because, again, I don't want to keep tempting you because it's not here, but because I'm tall and although this is not technically a bath sheet, it's very, very close.
It's very close. It's actually 4 inches shy.
Right.
Having that as a bath sheet.
Pretty doggone close. I mean, which is crazy because our bath sheets, that'd be like $60 a piece if you were shopping at retail, for heaven's sake.
Right. So you'll love the size of these. They're generous in the cut. They're really well made. I love when we actually pre-wash the Dobby because so many towels of mine have gone by the wayside when this part of it actually shrinks up. What I really enjoy about this is it's already soft. It doesn't take away from the feel of the towel. It's also at both ends of the towel. You know, if you've ever gone out and bought pretty towels, you know, to hang. These are the pretty towels, but they're also your functioning towels. They're the towel you're gonna gravitate to every single day. And at this price, you can spoil your guests. You can look and get a set for your kids.
Why not?
Like you said, break the setup, give everyone their own set of towels in your home, and really take care of these because you're gonna be proud of them.
You will, and no one needs to know that you didn't break the bank, and you can afford to treat yourself today. That's the other thing. You don't have to feel guilty about it. Every family is under a budget, whatever that budget might be, and because we don't do Turkish cotton very often, and when we do, we certainly don't do them at these kind of prices, especially with a whole linen closet makeover. This is a whole wardrobe. This is a whole wealth. I mean, you're really shooting the moon here, because with that free shipping and $20 on your credit card, at least get it at home. You know, there's a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. And even if you're kind of scratching your head like I was, I'm like, gosh, just thinking about it, I don't own any Turkish cotton.
It's time, Shannon.
It is. You can kind of take it for a test drive. You can, you know,
use them.
Use
them.
Right.
One thing, notice how fluffy they are after just one washing.
Yeah.
You're going to get excited that those first few washings, they're going to bloom and get fluffier and softer. That's the nature, especially of Turkish cotton.
Yeah, it is indeed. So I know that clock is getting ready to expire, so they're scooting us along, and it's official. The rose is now gone.
Oh my goodness.
The rose is now gone. So remember, this is Ellen's last half hour of the visit, so we've got your prices.